definitely have to turn the chat off. But if you are not watching on the stream, Viper called a rehost last time, which was surprising to me. He attempted to lame Lojza's boar, and it was unsuccessful. And I thought his map was pretty good. So I'm not sure why he called the re. However, he did, and he is stuck with whatever map he has this time. It's Turks for Viper and Vikings for Lojza. Let's look at the map. Actually, real quick, let's see where Viper's boars are, because I think Lojza should probably try and lame, seeing as Viper is unable to call re. And, well, there's no boars outside Viper's walls. So lucky, lucky boy. Viper's map, then, he has a gold on the left-hand side, which is okay. It's really unfortunate it's against the trees here, but it should be fine. You can collect a lot of gold from it. On the front, he does have his stone. He does have stone in the back as well. More gold, and a lot of space. To be honest, though, this stone being on the front, it's okay. It's not fantastic. This stone being way back here, it's not going to be the stone he goes to, I don't think, because it's quite a long way to travel. There's only one other gold and all this large space back here, so it's not near as good as what he had previously. And Viper, yeah, he's not going to be able to lame either. Look at these relics out here, though. All the relics to the left-hand side. I think they're going to be combated for by both players. If you look at the positions of the gates, both players can definitely fight for these. And seeing as they're all in the same spot, I think it's definitely worth it. It's almost like if you get one of these relics here, you get all of them. It's pretty important. And we saw last time Viper got the relics, but also I think he took the better fights. Now, Lojza, let's see his map. He also, oh gosh, yeah. I don't know, technically, I do not believe this is a bugged map. Technically, I do not believe it is. Because his main gold is here. Also, he has all his main resources. He has his boars. He has his golds. I mean, Swiss Boy, I don't know if he's in my chat, but he'd be able to answer, and I obviously am not going to check the rules. He will have to cut through this to get to his nice space in the back, but it's one of those weird maps where you have the stone walls on the other side of the trees for Lojza, and that really sucks for him. I think he will cut through, but this is almost a waste of a good lumber camp, because he will have to reposition one later. And it's not a huge deal, but it certainly is unfortunate. But assuming he does cut through here, he does have a stone, gold, and some space back here, which is actually quite similar to Viper, as he has the same. And also quite similar to Viper, that Viper has main gold, somewhat forward, and stone. So pretty even maps. Just trying to find Lojza's deer here. And it looks like they're out here. Lojza's already trying to lure them in. I can't say there's an awful lot in it with these maps, to be completely honest here, guys. So Lojza's just a little bit unfortunate with the location of those trees, but it's definitely not something that's an admin re. Definitely didn't spot that at first. So Viper, let's see what he's doing. Is he luring in his deer already? It looks like he is. Do not lose another villager, Viper. Okay, not going to do that. He's luring in his deer. And as you'll see this time, he's actually chosen to delete 2 walls, which is what Lojza didn't do last time, and I mentioned that. I think that's a better approach. He's brought them in a lot faster. Thank you, Viper, for not making me look like an idiot. Now, Turks versus Vikings. This time it's not a mirrored matchup. Let's talk a little bit about this. And seeing as Viper is Turks, we could see a lot of different things. Obviously, if they get up to the Imperial Age, they get the free chemistry. They can go hand cannons. They can go bombard cannons. And Viper, his micro has been better than anybody else's I've seen, really, once he's played against them as Turks with the bombard cannons. With any type of siege. With any type of longbows. It's just been better. Not just any time, but this tournament specifically, I think. So you gotta favor him if he's able to get there. However, what the Turks don't have is a fantastic eco. Sometimes you'll see the Turks just try and do a 1TC fast imp and try and take advantage of that technology they have a lot sooner. Well, Lojza, he pretty much needs his eco to work for him here, and he's not going to be able to do too much in the Castle Age. Last time when Viper was Britons and Lojza chose to be Vikings, Lojza just boomed up. And he pretty much just won with extra eco. Lojza lost a lot of units, but he ended up winning the game because he could afford to lose the units due to the fact he had so many of them. I think we're going to see a similar story here from Lojza. It's kind of down to Viper, and sometimes you will see this where one civ is pretty predictable, while the other one, that kind of tells the story. What's going to happen? Well, you got to follow the one player, and that's what we're going to see from Viper here. He's going to go for the castle. When he gets the castle up, is he going to go fast imp, or is he going to boom? What's the play from Viper here? And I honestly have no clue. I have no clue. Now, there's always a cut through here. Yeah, he just needs to get this tree, and then he'll be able to get through with as many villagers as he needs to. I don't think he's actually focusing this down on purpose. He doesn't need to get back there yet, but he's definitely going to be okay. Now, Viper's gone up on 27 vills, which is kind of standard. If you're going to put 2, 3 over to stone and then get the castle up eventually, you should be able to get up on time. These players do this quite frequently. He's actually, wow, just finding his sheep as well. So I wonder if he's compensated with a couple extra farms there. Now, for Lojza, of course, the Vikings do get free wheelbarrow. Very good economy. He's lured in his last year, it looks like. Oh, he has one more. He's going to be completely fine. He has gone up on 25 vills, so he's gone up a lot earlier than Viper. And is he going to... Actually, it looks like he's going to try and sell stone, but he has not collected his 10 gold yet. And if you're unfamiliar with this technique, the technique is to collect 10 gold and take it into your TC or wherever you prefer to, and then sell, just click the sell stone once, and that will give you 91 stone. And if you watch the, or 91 gold, sorry, and it'll take you to 201 gold, and that's exactly, you need 200 gold to get up, and you'll be good. So it's kind of complex to explain, especially when I'm trying to focus on everything else, but it's the best way to do it, especially if you get up faster. If you try and do it and someone's already tried that technique, then of course the price for stone is going to be different when you sell it. So Viper's not too far behind in clicking up, though. He does have 2 extra villagers, and I kind of favor going up with the extra eco. However, you do have Vikings. They do have a better eco right off the bat, having the free wheelbarrow. What's the play from Lojza going to be? I'm looking. He has a lot on stone. What is he going to do with this castle? What's his scouting like? He doesn't have much scouting at Viper's base. Let's see if he has a scout here. He has. He scouted the back of his base, which is really wise. Of course, you can go back there. He doesn't have much wood to build TCs. He has a lot of stone. Now, this stone's probably going to be used for defensive purposes. We're not going to see berserkers out running around attacking Janissaries. That's just not a thing. But I'm interested to see how quickly Lojza can get his eco running after he gets a castle up, because he seems to be quite interested in getting the castle up very quickly here. As Viper obviously is going to be doing the same. He wants to get that up. He wants to make sure he's safe. Viper in the Castle Age can't really do anything against castles. He's going to get his castle up. He's probably going to put it defensively just so he can get the Janissaries out, and I think that's actually going to favor Viper in the relic battle, because he sees the relics, and a couple Janissaries are going to do quite well against monks, and also anything that Lojza is going to do. Potentially scouts, I guess crossbows the Vikings could do to try and bring in the monks. But that's not going to happen. Lojza does not even have a barracks. He's not going to be going crossbows. He's not going to be going knights. I think he's just going to just recognize he's not going to be able to get these relics. Now, Viper, he of course gets the free light cav, free hussar upgrade, so his scout's going to be a little bit stronger now as well. Oh, is he going to do it? Wow, Lojza, can he see this? Well, there's the scout. He does not. Viper's going to actually drop a castle right on this gold. Viper does not have any line of sight on that gold, but he's just getting lucky, really, or just kind of really understanding the map, as there's no gold on the outside. He's putting the castle down, and there's nothing Lojza can do, but where's Lojza going to put his castle? Where's Lojza's scout? Lojza's scout is out here. Is he going to place the castle down? He's gone for the TC first. This is really crucial. He sees the castle now. It is very rare you ever see a castle drop in arena from players this level. This is really interesting. The castle will go down, and there it is from Lojza. It's not really protecting the gold at all. I mean, he does have the gold in the back. I assume Viper is going to be going aggressive now. I assume he is. He's not going to be going fast imp. He's actually building a mill here. Forward mill action. And he's going to just use some of these villagers on berries. but also on farms, and he's going to be pushing his way in. What can Lojza do to defend this is the question. He has the castle. To be honest, he could probably wall a bit in towards his TC as well, but he needs to start doing that. But we have seen the power of the Janissaries. The Janissaries are so powerful, they can get in through the stone walls, they can cause a lot of problems quite quickly. Viper also is going to, I think actually, you see here, it looks like the scout from Lojza going down, trying to pick off the monks. But either way, Viper is going to get in those relics, as it was trying to say. Lojza's just going to try and use his better eco, but he's only on 2 TCs. He actually could go up and produce out of a third one, but he needs the stone right now. So he's really hurting himself with that. Viper will probably realize that Lojza has walled himself in an awful lot here, and he's going to try and get his eco rolling as well. But just watch the Janissaries. It's almost impossible to wall behind with these things here. They have 8 range, 17 base attack. Once he gets through this house, he's going to continue to just go through the stone walls as well and continue to produce. And we've seen this before. One villager's already gone down there as well, denying a couple farms there, so that's a win for Viper. That villager's probably going to be denied, as he will probably want to wander off to this corner, as villagers often do. It is not good for Lojza at this point in time. He has to do something. If you look at his eco, he's not near clicking up to the Imperial Age, and there's no way he can really defend this. That villager did go down. It was just fate. It was just fate. So Lojza, did he get up another TC? He's getting it up now. More Janissaries from Viper on this side as well. He will push in, I think, over here and deny more space. And also, if he wanted to, he could almost run through once he gets the numbers. Like, if I were Viper, I would mass units and try and run through. And look at that, Lojza, recognizing that's a possibility, trying to gate this off. Janissaries here. Potentially more villagers going down, and there it goes. Villager going down. If Viper continues this, he's idling a lot of eco. Also, he's giving himself a chance to get his own eco rolling back at home. This is pretty much all we're focusing on, but of course Viper is doing a whole lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if he idles his, yeah, he's going to idle his TC and just go up to Imp. And once he gets the Treb, he takes out the castle, he's going to have a free reign on Lojza's eco. And look at this, he should be in. Yeah, he's in. Lojza's? I mean, it's good for Lojza. He actually had these trees here now because it's like a free wall for him. He only had to build 2 stone walls, and he has used that. He's going to hide his villagers back here now, but it is not looking good at all. It is not looking good as Viper's just clicked up to the Imperial Age. Viper has a castle here. Look at Lojza's res. Lojza, not even close to clicking up. He has a barracks. He's just now building archery ranges, I assume, to go archers. But even then, it is not going to be pretty because his castle will go down. It is looking very, very bad for Lojza. Just look at his eco. Look at his eco. It's really unfortunate. I think Lojza knows this as well. He's building these ranges as fast as he can. One of his TCs is just producing to farms that villagers has died on previously. And Viper, he probably can range his gold a bit as well. And he's ranging all the wood lines. Viper's in a good position. Now Viper does need to be careful not to lose his units. He does not want to run into harm's way. He does not want to lose his units before the Imperial Age upgrade and give Lojza a chance. If he does that, Lojza's going to be in a better position than he is now. Keep in mind, Lojza does have 67 villagers. Viper's on 37. But if you just look at the advantage Viper has, you just don't see him coming back. As you can see, positioning his Janissaries in just perfect positions. And I actually hear some monks now as well, as it looks like villagers running in from Viper. Does he have enough for another castle? In fact, he's very close. And I wonder if he's going to place another one down right here on the gold. Because there's nothing Lojza can really do to stop it, honestly. I mean, his rangers are back here. Oh, and there come the crossbows. The crossbows have 7 rangers, 8 range from the Janissaries, so it's got to be some really wicked micro. Viper, keep in mind, cannot get ballistics with these Janissaries, so he's got to do a good job. He's going back now. But what can Lojza do? I don't see him doing much. His castle's going to go up, deny him some gold. Lojza's breaking out to this side. Can Viper see it? He doesn't have anything over. Oh, he does have a monk. Are you kidding me? The monk is going to give him the line of sight because surely Lojza's going over there to the gold, and Viper's going to see that, and those villagers will surely die at some point. Viper's still holding this situation on this side. He's getting elite Janissary. Look at the monk. Just holding down the fort over here. That is ridiculous. And I wouldn't be surprised if Viper recognizes that shortly. He's going to have elite Janissary. He's going to have Trebs right when this is completed. You could even go for bombard cannons as well, which is what he'd probably prefer, but he just does not have the wood income to even make the siege workshop. Even if he doesn't see this, once the monk is killed, he will see it. He has such a good foothold now, and Lojza actually having the score lead. Is he going to be able to keep his base alive? I just don't know. I wonder if Viper put this here on purpose, you know, because there's no other reason for his monk to be here except to see if Lojza came out to this gold. So I have to say that was probably intentional. Treb number 1 out. Treb number 2 coming out. Lojza still needs to buy himself some time. Viper still not losing this army and keeping his army alive as long as possible, picking out as many villas as possible. Lojza could actually click up shortly, you know. Look at this. I mean, he does have 23 idols out of his 77 vills. But he could click up shortly. He definitely could. Which TC? It's got to be one in the back. And what is he going to be able to defend with? I guess just these crossbows. Ooh, and Viper's got 1 vill there. He's got 2 potentially, and Viper's going to be able to flee out of the hole in the wall that Lojza's created when he ran with his vills. And oh, good fight there for Viper as well. Good split as well. Oh, and another good fight from Viper and another good micro. Keep in mind there is ballistics then for Lojza. I believe so anyway. He did get the university. Viper will probably lose this fight, but that's well done. Because of the pause, it looks like there's a little bit of lag. But look at this. We do have this castle going down. Lojza is not going to be able to protect his eco any longer. He's clicked up to Imp, but the problem is he doesn't have many resources left to create any military. And Viper just has free reign over this gold, over his map. And Viper has to have seen this by now, surely. Surely he's seen this. Yeah, there's the pause is fixing itself now. Yeah, he has seen that. It's just a matter of if he really has to pop to deal with it, because Lojza's actually dealt Viper a good blow there. Viper, he's still committed to 1 TC, and look at Viper's resources. Viper, if he loses any more units here, he's going to be in a rough spot. He's committed to the 1 TC purely. He's going elite Jans and Trebs. He's actually unable to really make anything more, so I think Lojza is in a better position than we think, just looking at Viper's resources. He's, of course, spending everything he has. He's at a total of 57 pop. Both players are actually going to have pretty fragile ecos. Viper, he does see this for sure now because he's microing these units. And more TCs from Lojza. Lojza's just trying to take advantage of his better eco, and Viper is just completely disregarding this TC, and he's going for the blacksmith. And you know what? That's an interesting move, going for the blacksmith so there could be no upgrades for Lojza. He's going straight for the blacksmith. That is really interesting. He's going to run underneath the TC as well, pick off the villagers so the TC can't even garrison. And wow, that is really nuts. As this Treb is over here now from Viper, and Viper's going to kill these villagers. He's got to be able to kill these vills. Lojza has nothing here to save these villagers. He's going to repair this TC all day. He's got a new one, but these villagers are not going to be able to run. They're all going to die. Viper is in a fantastic position. TC is actually outranged by the Janissaries. Arbalest coming in for Lojza. There's a Mangonel there. I have to say again that Lojza having... Whoa, what just happened? Did Lojza delete that? No, Lojza, do not delete that. That is not a wise move. The Janissaries are going to come in. I guess you do have Arbalest there, but still, or there will be Arbalest. These Janissaries will be masked up and Mangonels will come in. I would definitely be careful doing that. He might just be trying to bait Viper in. You can see the villagers have died over there. And Viper sees this as well. Viper is no fool. And oh, the wolf! Yep, the wolf's not going to claim that villager's life, but it surely will help Viper. And there is probably the GG coming in as Arbalest coming out now. Viper is... actually needs to be careful here. He has the Mangonels, and oh, he's going to lose these Mangonels if Lojza splits. And Viper just tries to get one last shot off. And Viper needs to go back with these Janissaries. Look at the range now. We have 8 range on both these units, and also the Arbalest, in my opinion, much better here. And also you can produce out of 4 ranges versus Viper's producing out of his castles. And Lojza might have just gained a foothold back into this one because he does have extra eco. But there's the bombard cannon we've been waiting for. Viper can turn it around with a bombard cannon. Viper, he's trying to just kill off this eco as fast as he can. Lojza's trying to come over and stop this from happening. Viper, he's kind of everywhere right now. On the left-hand side, he's still on 1 TC, as far as what I know. Yeah, he has to commit to the 1 TC. These Arbalest, I think, are going to come out here and try and save the Vills, but they're all dead. And the Treb from Viper's just been packed up. So Lojza's run right by the Treb. It would take a long time, of course. Both players kind of spread all out over the map. The Janissaries are here. Bombard Cannon can fire right over top of this wood line. So while the wood line was helpful and hurtful in some ways for Lojza this game, it is definitely hurtful for Lojza here, as he can't really attack this Bombard Cannon unless he comes this way. And there's a Mangonel, another Bombard Cannon, and Janissaries waiting for him. I thought Lojza's micro was actually really good earlier when he fought the couple Mangonels and the Janissaries, but how will it be this time? There's a Mangonel, 3 Bombard Cannons, and Janissaries, and he's actually losing a lot of units here on the Mangonel shot, and Lojza's going back, and this is not looking good. I'm not sure how his other units fared. Oh, his other units are coming in from down here. The Bombard Cannons from Viper, they need to pay attention. His Trebuchet could go down. That's his line of sight right there. He needs to be careful. I think he's now wising up a little bit. He's focusing on this TC. Just trying to take it down, I think, as he's being repaired. But there we go. Arbalests are coming in. They could pick off that one Bombard Cannon there. I think they will. Just a matter of if Lojza will keep his army alive again. And the shots from Viper are ridiculous. And Lojza committed way too much there again. But he has units here as well. And he's suddenly reproducing and just surprising me every time. Lojza, can you hang on here? I do not know. It's so hard to tell. But the Bombard Cannons from Viper killing everything again. And Lojza is repairing and repairing and repairing, but he's losing the game. Woo! Holy crap, that was a good game. Lojza held on. He held on. I thought Viper, just with his map control, stopping these villagers from having the outer map control and the golds and the wood line, I thought Viper, having the map control, he had a good foothold there. But Lojza just took some really surprising fights there for a second. The Bombard Cannons in the siege and the fights from Viper in the end were just too good. And that's what the Fast Imp does. Well played for both players. And that puts Viper 2-0. 2-0 up versus Lojza, guys. That's insane. He, of course, won pretty convincingly, in my opinion, in the previous best of 7. And there's the stats for you with the kills. Incredible. 103 units.